Of course!
So, when we last left our heroes, they were on the slopes of Tarwin's Gap, heading up towards Darkfall. Fine, we'll concentrate on what you assholes are doing then.
Oh!
Feast!
I thought we already had that vision.
Yes, I was there.
So,
The front lines.
who's going to open the door?
I'm going to... Well, he tried to unlock it, but couldn't. And so I was going to try and...
Shoulder
You successfully checked for traps, as I recall. You actually
there
did.
was.
Oh, yeah, right.
You might have to give it a go. Sulam.
Lee with the 20.
Net 20.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, the door splinters and goes everywhere. It's made of wood.
Frustrated.
Oh, I thought it was steel.
Pick the lock.
Okay.
That was a bit aggressive, Lee.
No, that line means superior lock.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was deadly, now I'm aggressively.
Fuck you.
The way he's been checking for traps, I'm thinking of calling him fastidiously. And there is actually a character in this game called Fastidious Lee, so we're not doing that. Someone has scrawled, Urur was here on the west wall. Jagged steel blades project from the cracks in the north and east walls. There's a cup on one. It has a water motif on it.
Sulan, that's your cup. We all have cups.
No trap. No trap.
Well,
Spoined.
get it.
I already have a cup.
You guys are all in the doorway, so...
No, we've all gone in the room because Lee said there were no traps.
Yeah.
I'm at the doorway, so we just grab it while you're there.
Oh no, I have my hands full.
Fine, I'll step forward and I'll get a cup for Sula. Actually, I'll just give you my cup. Here. And I'll grab it. I'll go and
Cool,
fill
you've got
this
a cup.
Fill this one up.
Okay, so I'm assuming for the simple expediency of just saying this, you get
Some.
all the cups filled from the fountain.
Yep.
Yes.
Then you go to the room with the stone dais in the centre, with a compass rose stitched into it, and you sit in the seats, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And we do the
Alright.
toast.
Okay, so you all do the toast at the same time, do you?
Yep.
Nothing happens.
No, we would do it.
So you go back and you fill up your cups again.
Yeah.
Toast the cardinals in order.
I'll toast the. Oh, okay. You know, but I thought we all did it at once.
No, because we're not all facing the cardinals.
Oh, okay. Like I thought we all toasted and then did the next one, and then toasted this one and that one in order. Yeah. Okay.
The wind howls through the room from the west.
So the one that's on the west toasts.
Okay, I see we've worked this
Yes.
out. Okay. Well, obviously this is... I've pitched my puzzles at the exact right level this time round because there hasn't been the usual 3 hours of a room full of people sitting here going... Right, so... You complete the toasting ritual, let's say. The compass rose spins around, not fast, slowly turns with a grinding noise. And as it does, a stone column rises from the centre with your backs to. Eventually, there's a small aperture revealed, and inside it is a lightning bolt necklace. It's bronze.
I take the necklace.
Wow.
Didn't even get him to check for traps first.
No, he's reached in, took a look at everything else.
I'm
How
naive!
Hayden!
Right. So, naturally, you're wearing your mage's robes of lightning resistance? No? You have a ring of shockproofing, though.
I have that amulet that I don't know what it does.
Not
You've
this.
got your staff.
Yeah, my
Your
staff
artifact.
isn't protection from lightning.
Well, you don't know that.
1.
As I recall, when it got identified, there's stuff on the bottom you don't know what it does.
Okay, so you take 9 points of elemental lightning damage.
Brutal.
No,
Yep.
you don't. I'm joking. There's no traps. But this will perhaps be
Damn.
a slight warning not to be quite so impetuous.
But that's Adrian's character, though.
I know.
He's like, oh, a shiny magical artifact.
shiny.
Yeah.
Shady.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is completely non-magical in any way, as far as you can tell. It is simply bronze. It is in the shape of a lightning bolt. It's pretty crappy.
I assume this is what she was looking for.
Yes. Well, I mean, I would assume so too.
She did say it was bronze, didn't she?
Yes.
Well, maybe we should head back now then.
What if it isn't it? What if this is a red herring?
What if this is how you get down to the next level?
Well, we could try that.
Well, I think we should explore further in case there's something we're missing here.
So we go to the...
How much time has passed? Because we do want to make sure we're out again, like Sulan said before the
You
sun.
have used no additional torches because of the lighting, so how do you know how much time has passed? You're not outside where you can see
No,
the
no.
sun move through the sky. You're not a dwarf.
No. But, I mean, you can have a fair idea of like how many
Sometime.
hours have passed.
Yeah.
Sometime. Time flies.
Especially when there was
dodging traps.
some hectic shit with like Lee getting injured and stuff, and then... What, is Lee still too hot?
At the moment, yes.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming you're heading back to those copper columns.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Are they still there?
Of course they're still there.
So, like, holding the amulet, or like, get my...
Fizzing sensation.
Well, that didn't solve the problem.
We'll have
Maybe
to
we
wear
should.
it.
You can't wear 2 amulets at once, though.
I know.
Well, I'm already wearing an amulet.
You have to be race Mr. T.
I put it
Unlimited neck slots.
One of you could try putting this on and then touching the pillars. But don't touch them, just get your hand close.
Do we wish to try this?
If there is no harm in it, I mean, like Adrian said, do not touch. At least maybe just wear the pendant and put your hand close, see if it changes anything. If not, we should probably return back.
I say let her try.
Well, I'm already wearing a holy symbol of Tor. I can't.
I have neck ring to talk.
Oh, you've got something too. We all have something already.
I will put the necklace on and put my hand close to it.
Fizzing.
It's still fizzing.
Well, then clearly that wasn't the solution, and we should just go.
Very well.
Having mapped your way down here, you are easily able to slowly return to the surface. Once up there, you see that you have spent almost the whole day underground. You are no longer overly warm, and
Which
you
is a
begin
shame, because
to travel back towards the town.
it's probably going to start to get cold as the sun goes down, and you being overly warm would probably be quite beneficial.
Used to it.
Yeah, so she, for some reason, she can basically run around naked in the snow and it doesn't do anything. It's weird.
Axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you trudge back through the snow. Roll me some d20s.
It's a 7. I hope it's a 7.
I got a 14.
I got 11.
15.
Keen got 7.
I did get 7. Because otherwise it was a 1.
Well, on average, you are fortunate enough to not get ambushed. And the sun is sort of just mellowing along the horizon as you arrive back at Norgard.
Just in time.
We should go see her now.
Indeed. You have the amulet still?
Store around my neck, yes.
Should we head to the...
Tavern.
I was going to say, do we want to try our quarters first, or just go straight
Let's
to
go
the...
to the tavern first.
Okay, we'll head to the...
You arrive at the wind. The white winds. It is bustling inside, although there is still a dark corner.
Good. Shall approach the dark corner. My lady, we have returned, victorious.
Then the problem is solved and the glaciers no longer grow.
Okay, partially victorious. First step complete.
The first step is not necessarily victory, Saphira. There's no need to grant.
I didn't say absolute victory.
But every victory is a path to a goal.
Thank you, sir. The medallion?
And she will take it.
Is this what you see?
It will take me a few moments to read it. Maybe some minutes.
Do we want to get something to eat into us? It's been a long day. Go to the main bar and see what they've got. If they can get a hot meal from them.
Yeah, they'll cook up whatever you've hunted and brought in.
Oh, we haven't.
Or you can buy food from them.
Yeah.
It's going to cost way more.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay.
4 meals and obviously 4 drinks.
Well, that's going to cost you.
Hmm?
Does anyone remember what a good meal costs?
It was...
It's like 5 silvers.
yeah.
So it's 5 gold per. Marks.
Okay. It's not as bad.
That's right. I'll pay for it.
All of it.
Well, it is our money.
Okay.
So you're going to find somewhere to sit and eat.
Yeah. If there's room. As close, I suppose, to her as we can that's free, like a table that's
There's
not
probably
too
a
far
good
away.
buffer around her anyway.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Scribbles? You didn't breathe in any of the gas?
Scribbles? Scribbles!
No! He would have been.
Scribbles is
He would have been
fine.
safe inside the armor. Like
Did
it
you,
wouldn't
did
have
you
got
roll
to
for
him.
a Scribbles?
No.
He's
I
probably
don't know what Scribbles save versus death is.
It's not great.
No, I don't think it would be.
Don't ask.
But he did. Like again, he would have been snuggled deep inside. He wouldn't have even breathed in the gas. I'll give Scribbles a little bit of my food. So.
Okay. He feeds his rat.
I don't know if you've seen Scribbles yet.
I don't think so.
It's a cute little like, silver rat about that long. Not including the tail, like that's his body in there. As seen in the opening credits. What was the meals? Meat and veg, I'm guessing.
Lots of meat, very little
Basically
fish.
just meat and meat
Oh,
Yeah.
and meat.
oh of course, they're Norse,
No,
yeah.
not much veg.
Don't ask for milk for drink, by the way, they don't like that.
Well, I mean, do you see anywhere to grow vegetables? They'd have to import it.
No, that's a good point. Although I do know there's some fairly hardy, some vegetables can be fairly hardy, but yeah. Like turnips, I believe.
Bjorn is telling stories of their journeys over by one of the fire pits. Helga and Hjor are there. There are a few others. Ragnar and Eva are there. Some others you haven't met.
It's in most of the villages here at the moment. It's like they come here regularly or something.
It is the place to eat that isn't the Great Hall. Okay, so eventually she'll be ready, I guess.
Yeah.
And she will look at you in the blue. She will say, well, I discern the location of the first ring.
Excellent.
And how to use said ring.
Also
What does
good.
it do?
It is a ring of lightning.
Probably explain the symbol of the pendant, I suppose.
Maybe you need the ring to get past those bars.
Could be.
It lies to the south, in the fortress of Castamere Frostwatch.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we have to take it from someone.
It is held in the strong room of the Duke. The treasury room.
So we have to convince the Duke, a young boy of I don't know how many years, no more than 15 probably.
14.
We could offer to do a quest and only ask for one
You
small
must be
reward.
careful of who you speak to of your duties and your quests. There are eyes in the keep. Eyes that do not belong to the watch.
Let's see. Sounds like they have traitors in their midst there.
What's surprising in this area?
Well, when nobody volunteers to go to the watch, they seem to just be sending criminals into the light.
Exactly, and criminals are easily persuaded with promises of power, wealth, etc. Freedom even sometimes can be enough.
I told you your time to complete these would be your own, but there is a limit on how long you can take with this, because it is in the keep itself. You have until the glaciers claim it and destroy the keep.
Well, I believe that was... We knew the glaciers were coming further south, so we knew there was an overall time limit on... eventually this army is going to be amassed, and we need to finish all of this before that happens, do we not?
Sadly, I think your duty to the king will take precedence. You will go north first. They send out the party on the morrow.
Oh, they're going on another patrol. No.
If you need proof of the army, That's where you will go.
Well, that would be good reason to return to Castamere and talk with the Duke.
You could go alone.
Go alone with the... I suppose as an observer, I mean, I would be the only one who'd have to go with me. It would be more than enough protection with the... Well, hopefully.
I'll go with you.
Thank you, Sulan.
No, I mean that we could split up, and half of us go to Castamere, and half of us go with this scouting party.
I am not sure that's a good idea. I don't suppose you would know when
I have
approximately...
already told you too much.
I'm sure one extra day should not make too much of a difference.
The darkness draws down deeper.
What makes you think they'll only be out for a day?
I should probably find out. I mean, a lot of them are right over there, so we could go ask how long it takes to do a patrol north.
They did tell us how long it took to get to the army.
Yes, it was. Well, the army itself was at least 5 days journey, and that was at a slower speed.
Which they would have to go if we went.
Yes, so it'd be at least 10 days. I don't like the idea of splitting up. I don't think it is wise.
I think it's the only decision we have if we have such a time limit. We should just think about how we should do it.
Perhaps I should head north with the ranging party and look at the army.
Actually, I think you should head south. You're the only one here that's likely to get anywhere in a conversation with the Duke. Lee and Sulan could go north, because they can move the quickest and they're the best at hiding and tracking. So they wouldn't be as much of a hindrance to the scouting party as we would. And this quest from the king wasn't just given to you, Saphira, it was given to all of us. So Sulan going and investigating on our own would be plenty.
Correct. Susan going alone will be plenty.
We only need, I think, one of us to go north, because they'll have the entire regiment of, locals there to support them. You've seen those lads, they're capable.
But Lee wants to see the army and the White Walker.
You cannot trust the woman.
That's...
by themselves.
But we trust Sulan.
I can trust Sulan. I trust her with my life. I have trusted her with my life.
One of the reasons I suggested this for you, Lee, is because you wanted to know the location of the man with the white hair. So I thought that might have been a better direction for you to go than south.
If you go north, leave your stuff and your knives behind. If you take your weapons, you will not come back.
We really should see what the scouting party intends. If they intend to have skirmishes and fight alongside the outskirts of the army, we'll all need to go. But if they're only intending to scout, then it's best that you or I don't go with them, since we'll just drag them down. Whereas Lee and Sulan can go in with them, and they're the best at staying quiet.
What do you think, Sulan? Don't like the idea of splitting up, but
It's
I
not
do
a-
know time is of the essence.
It's not normally a good idea, but again, I can hear you a mile away.
This armor is hardly subtle.
And in these wildernesses, you make sound and you can hear it further than normal.
Oof! Aced!
Thank you, Sulan.
She's just
I mean,
telling
no,
the truth.
no offense.
I know.
It's
I know,
just,
that's why...
This is something we need to
if you were
be
to
aware
come
of.
with us, you'd have to leave that armor behind. And I know I'm not. It's like saying to leave a part of you behind.
You make noise You die.
That's fair enough.
Not
I
even
am
to
not-
the army as well, even to wolves or other beasts would hear you coming.
Subtlety is not
keener
my
senses
strong
than us.
point. I'll admit that.
And again, you're likely to be the only one that's going to get anywhere in a conversation with the Duke. Lee
true.
doesn't speak common properly, so he wouldn't get anywhere.
Well, he also called him a Peking?
Pigian.
Piggy and spat on his floor twice.
Sulan isn't as eloquent and well-spoken as you, and neither am I. I find it difficult to talk to royalty.
You shouldn't even be talking to them at all. You're a grubby peasant.
We might have to have a chat with your actual manners when it comes to speaking with the nobility and
Okay.
royalty and so forth. After what you said to the Duke last time, I realise it had been a long trip and you'd been agitated, but
Perhaps it is wise that you do not go north towards the army. After all, you are watched constantly. Especially this far north.
anyway,
Maybe the correct solution is to just do nothing and go south.
do nothing.
Does that mean something to you, Saphira?
Yes.
It is already too late, I fear.
We'll all head south.
Are you sure?
There's no point heading north and scouting. We can't do a half-assed two different tasks here. We have to focus on one task primarily and stick with it.
So what are we?
She said that we can either try and help out the king in the way he has said and not do anything to actually help, or we can try and actually help. We've already started down a path where we're trying to actually help. We will not go with the others tomorrow at all. We will all head south and try and...
I suppose we could always just
Get this ring.
get their reports directly after they return. So,
I mean, what they've already told us... I mean, does anybody here doubt their word?
no.
So there is no need to go north and even see what they have claimed. That would just be a waste of time. It would just be validating something we already all agree to be true. Am I right?
Yes.
It depends on who you want to believe you.
And I'm pretty sure that the Prime Minister wouldn't be happy if we didn't go that
It has
far.
already been demonstrated that no one believes the words of Norgardman.
You said yourself we can either play the king's game and not really help, or we can actually try and help.
I can only show you the door. I can't walk through it for you.
We head south tomorrow. Try to get this ring.
Well, I can pick up more potions while we're there too.
Exactly. There's many things we could probably resupply with there if we need to. Does anybody have any disagreements with my decision?
No,
Feel free to speak your mind.
I've trusted in your word so far.
Good.
I want to see group the
Army?
Well, we shall see them eventually. It's just now is not the best time. I have no doubt we will be heading north again.
Patience could be the best choice here, Lee. It might just be foolish to recklessly run in and try to win.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. It is your path to choose, but the three of us will be heading south tomorrow. If you want to come with us and see this through, then you can. Or if you want to go with the men from Normir, 5 days trip north and 5 days back, then...
The party from Normir.
Norgard, sorry.
Norgard, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Norgard, yeah.
I mean, I want to go with to find Army, but should go with you for look after you.
Well, thank you.
You have woman.
Well, we have a woman with us.
Yeah, you need more help.
Yes, need more help. Woman, you're right.
Well, there is Seraphine, but we just don't know where she is right now.
Well, she could be
Anyway,
months, weeks away. I mean, she might not even know we've headed north.
I think word might have reached her by now if she put her ears to the ground.
It's a racial joke.
Lady, you know this? Pull out the spider.
Which one?
The stone.
Holy
one.
symbol, was it? Or?
Yeah, I'll bring up my stone one.
Oh, your one.
I've seen it. And worse.
You know what is?
Yes.
You tell?
In the long dark, there are gods. Traditional and new. The spider goddess is particularly cruel, driving her followers forward with a sadistic promise. That you have been down there to retrieve something like this is disturbing. That you would choose to do so is also. It is unlikely that these would rise to the surface. And if they have, then there may be worse opposition here than just the cold.
I bring up my other one and put it beside that one. See. What I do with?
Heck yeah. They shatter. So does the table. There's like there's like lances of light shooting up into the air for a moment, and then they go cold.
Cross off those two items.
Do you want to...
No, he gets broken pieces.
He's got more of them. You got 4.
Is safe to have or no?
What is safe? It would be safe for a holy man to carry such. They have protection. It would certainly not be safe to wear one and profess that religion.
Warned you.
Most on the surface who knew of it would simply strike you down. Fortunately, cooler heads have prevailed.
Is safe now?
No, not really. I wouldn't take them.
What I do with?
Take the fragments, put them in a pot of salt. Bury the pot in the southernmost part of the village within its boundaries. pray to whatever god you hold.
Pray man can do pray. I know.
What kind of prayer should I utter, my lady?
You will do what you feel is right.
I can perform this task for you if you wish.
She'll get up and leave.
I mean, I have salt, but not that.
And so the room becomes light.
And then they wonder why one of their tables is broken.
Ragnar comes over. He's like, "Oh, there you are." Ragnar, one hand, advisor to the chief.
Hello.
I didn't see you over here. Well, we're having fun.
Haha.
We've burnt a few wee holes in the table. Oh well. This old place has seen worse. The party leaves in the morning. Ongar's leading it himself, just for you. Normally he wouldn't go out so soon after ranging, but Ofnir has told us that your mission is important, and you will be believed because you're a holy, truth-speaking man.
Actually, we will not be able to make it on the journey with you tomorrow, I'm afraid.
What?
Duty has called us back to Castamere.
But we've seen quite a bit that we could make a case.
Yes, and I have no doubt we will return.
Rather than scouting out the army, we need to find a way to stop the
Really would
expanse of
be
the
best
glaciers.
for you to get a look at it while it's moving before they camp in. Getting close then will be...
The glaciers are expanding too rapidly. We need to find a way to prevent them from growing before we do anything else.
You have a way?
Maybe.
We're on some leads now.
And maybe.
The fact of the matter is, let's be blunt here. There's a large army. I can go and see it. I can report what I've seen back to the king. It is not going to stop this army. He's not going to have enough men. And he's not going to send them even if we recommend it. We need more to fight this army than just men.
And there are artifacts in the north that we could use against the army.
I've been talking to that elf.
Yes.
Shoo.
Zhu, yes.
How far was it from here to Castamere?
It's only like 2 days.
It's 2 days.
And that was on a bad.
Yeah,
that
you
was bad
said
weather.
you could do it in one, but
It's one hex tile,
Yeah.
which is, strictly speaking, in this terrain, supposed to be 8 days, because mountainous and bad weather.
Yeah.
But it's a broken-in trail, so
Yeah.
2 days. Possibly,
Versus-
it would actually be slightly shorter because it's you've been there one way already. So
Versus it's going to be a
Travelling
5-day trip north to see the army and 5 days back again. Although you said you could run it in maybe 2.
That's
There
what I
and
was
back.
thinking. Run up, have a look, catch up with you.
You wouldn't catch up with. You'd maybe catch us on the way back, but I don't think you'd catch up with us.
and we might need you if we have to break in.
We're going to try and stop this army, and I don't think reporting back to King Stephen is going to do anything.
Even if we
They don't-
did, it would take 2 months to get back, and then
They don't have enough men.
and
They don't have
even-
enough men to even supply their own city, the capital.
Even if he had enough men, it would take time to mobilize, and then the 2-month trip for us would be longer for them because they're an army. So we might be looking at 6 months, even if we go back before anything arrives, and by then the army would have already attacked.
well, I'll tell you Aldred then.
Send my apologies.
We will report to King Stephen after this.
Oh, and
But-
we will return. We will only be in Castamere, hopefully. Well, I cannot say, but
But for now, it seems like our best bet is to follow Shu's advice and search for these artifacts.
it may be a long shot and even a bit of a, I don't know, wild goose chase, but it's the only thing we see at the moment that seems to have any hope behind it.
Well, I'm assuming you know best.
I don't know, but to follow the path that King Stephen sent me on seems to be nothing but folly, given what I've seen.
It would be folly to follow a course charted out by an oathbreaker.
Again, he cannot help but break his oath because he does not have the men to provide. I'm sure if Merland were seeing better days and did not have a cursed king at the helm, they would be more than ready to supply the north with troops, but as it stands, they're crippled themselves.
I will tell your dread of your decision, but you'll find there's little comfort in it for us. We are between the hammer and the anvil here.
Yes.
He'll stump off.
I'll collect up all the little bits of the holy symbols.
Perhaps once we get an artifact or two and make some signs of progress, it'll give the people here more hope than the hopelessness they're feeling right now.
Perhaps. I don't know when first signs of absolute proof of what they can do will manifest. I feel Zhu is the only one who really knows what this will come to.
Collecting up, thinking, like picking them out of the little holes.
Yeah, I'll find a little.
They've basically been broken into 3 chunks by the 3 blasts of light.
Do you think, Sulan, is this the right course of action?
I think it is.
Thank you. It feels in some ways like I'm defying the king, but
No,
We don't-
You're living to the king's wishes. He wished to save the north. He just didn't know how.
we were only sent here as observers. We weren't here to actually fix the problem.
We were sent here to get the sword out of Maryland, let's be honest, Saphira.
Yes, well,
We're not intended to return.
people did seem to think that. It'd be a shame. It would be good to see some of the friends we made down there again at some point.
We will, I'm sure.
Does anybody have anything else they'd like to do this evening?
No.
We buried the piece.
Yes, we'll
yeah.
do that now.
We'll go buy an iron pot, she said.
We have to
I'll go to the
call
bar
guys.
and actually ask them if they have any. Do you have any salt at all you'd be willing to sell us?
I suppose. Sorry, it's not in a sack.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like some cream?
No. I was not aware those went together.
I just like the joke of someone putting their hands in their pockets and asking you if
Yeah.
you'd like some cream.
Want some cream?
How much is that? We'll just see how much that's going to cost now.
A pot and some salt, basically.
Iron pot and salt. Give me 50 gold. Hey, you're not haggling.
Well, I'll haggle, because that's fucking lot for just a piece of
You
metal.
realise all prices you've paid up to this point have been low.
Well, that's below my charisma, actually.
Okay, 45.
Sure, I guess, then.
None of you have barter.
Nigga, I'm taking it.
Once you've earned it, yes. You can just take it out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I don't have barter.
No, I know none of you do, because it's like, none of them took barter.
Well, I didn't take it because I was just like, well, I can just use my charisma.
Basically
to...
means I get to quad the prices.
quad prices.
Well,
Oh, we're finishing up now.
I thought we'd get to the end of the night, find out what everyone's doing, and then finish so that...
Okay.
I will... What will I do? I will go and find something to do, some physical job somewhere, shoveling horse shit or whatever,
Okay.
for a couple of hours and then go to bed.
You may earn 10 copper.
Yay!
I'll do the same as I did last night.
Right.
Reading and shit. I might play the flute for maybe half an hour or so in the
Okay, you'll receive 2 coppers and tips.
and
He likes the tips.
and then I'll fill this out back in my room and
Anyone more
Pray.
dreams?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
You don't have to.
No, you like dreams?
Start by rolling, Ken.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I got
just
five.
like redoing my
5.
spell loadout because it's a new night. The new night.
For some reason, you dream that you're very cold and running around outside, even though the sun is beating down in your little town of Wintilda, you still feel very cold, even when the peasants tie you to the stake and burn you for being a wizard. You're very cold. Roll again. I don't seem to have 7. I suppose I could always just trade down to 6.
No, it's fine. I'll roll again.
Or up
We'll
to 8.
just eliminate one of the deadly sins entirely.
3.
You're chasing a small creature down. Every time you lose sight of it and gain sight of it again, it appears to be twice the size. Eventually, the small creature is chasing you down. It really is very easy, hiding in the rafters. You let the thread unravel from the sleeve of your tunic all the way down to the sleeping man below. Uncorking the filter, you allow the liquid to flow down the thread. He won't draw another breath past the sunrock.
Bitch.
What a hoe.
That's some Mara
You
level shit there.
find yourself standing in a dark area. There appears to be stone, rubble, and iron littering the area around you, and you are standing on what you think might be a large wooden deck. You explore around and find nothing but desolation, fragments, what may have been a large structure. You turn around one last time, giving up in frustration, and there's a figure standing before you in a sort of blood crimson robe. You've seen him before. It smiles at you. That's not pleasant. And it says, "You have chosen wisely. We are pleased."
Does that make me feel I made the wrong decision?
You saying that out loud?
Yep.
It laughs. And it will turn away and disappear. And you realize before you wake up that you were standing very small, on a table with a destroyed pair of holy symbols scattered around in the dark. Fuck, I love your dreams.
That was the Champions of Jor-Karroc, an archival recording of an AD&D 2.5 edition pen and paper role-playing game night. The opening credits music was Lords of the Sky from the Battleforge OST. Closing music was The Breaking of the Fellowship from the Fellowship of the Ring soundtrack by Howard Shore. These musics are used in a non-profit archive tabletop session played and no ownership is expressed or implied. Video footage from the intro is credited in its video format. The preceding game night may have contained music and sound from Imogen Heap, George Michael, Evanescence, Age of Wonders 2, Aeon, Baldur's Gate 2, Battle Realms, Battle Forge, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Conan the Barbarian, Consortium, Daggerfall, Dark Souls 2, Darksiders 2, Demon's Souls, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Divinity 2, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, D&D Official RP Soundtrack, EverQuest 2, Fable The Lost Chapters, God of War 2, God of War 3, Guild Wars Eye of the North, Guild Wars Factions, Guild Wars Nightfall, Guild Wars Additional Music, Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Hitman Blood Money, Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, Krull, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Lords of the Fallen, Lord of the Rings War in the North, Morrowind, Vampire the Masquerade, Oblivion, Pillars of Eternity, Risen, Sacred 2, The Settlers 2, The Settlers 5, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, The X-Files, Trine 2, Unreal Tournament 2004, Wolfenstein The New Order, Fallout New Vegas, Golden Axe, Age of Conan, RoboCop, Blind Guardian, Deus Ex, Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, The Hobbit Trilogy, The Star Wars Special Edition Trilogy, The Star Wars Prequel Trilogy, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Serenity, the Star Trek movie soundtracks, Star Wars, The Old Republic, Manos, The Hands of Fate, Babylon 5, Gran Turismo 5, Deathstalker, Phantom of the Opera, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Desadia Duodecim, miscellaneous other classical music, sound effects, or fantasy tracks taken from YouTube, too numerous to list. Music is used as a non-profit manner to enhance gameplay and is included in the archive as audible on the night. If you would like to be credited for your music and it is not listed here, please send a message to the channel and a proper credit will be applied in the description and future audio credits. The preceding archival recording contains strong language, sexual references, adult themes, and should not have been listened to if you are under the age of 18, have a history of mental disorders, lack coping skills, a chronic inability to press stop or back buttons, find said material offensive, are easily upset, disgusted, offended by puns, are pregnant, or have no sense of humor.